Hey guys, welcome back to the table. Friday evening, time is getting on, midnight. Dave goes live in about 40 minutes. Haven't put a video out today guys, I haven't had a chance to fly. I have been absolutely flat out working. Clocked up sort of 350 miles plus today on my work van. But anyway guys, spent a majority of the week of an evening just doing little bits and odds and ends to the Phantom. Finished all of the decals now. I started doing a bit of weathering. I watched over, I've got my own methods of weathering, but I watched over Jeff's Custom RC. Go and check out Jeff's Custom RC for his weathering. And I looked at his method of doing it and thought I'd have a go with that. So again, using the sort of pastel chalks, just using a small file, just breaking them down into a little cup, into dust, and then I mixed to make the slurry with this. Worked pretty good, so thanks Jeff, and I worked with it, and yeah, it works nice. I'm going to use that technique again. So I was doing it dry before, but your method, Jeff Custom RC, works brilliant. The camera doesn't really do this justice at the moment. It doesn't pick up all the shadowing. It needs to be in natural light, I think. I've just got to finish the fin off there. I've got a couple more little bits and bobs to do. I started doing the heat and burn marks on the exhausts. I've still got to do all the oil stain on that. Just like I say, finish off the panel lines on the fin, clean them up, and the tailplane. So anyway guys, this is our new addition today. Cheers Connor. I know you're probably watching this, because I know you're waiting for me to fly this. I'm going to try and fly this tomorrow, and as promised I'll try and fly it as is. I'll leave it exactly as it is and fly it. We'll take that over to the new field with the long grass, because she is a hand launcher. This is a 70mm sort of FMS stroke rock hobby Super Scorpion. I was quite surprised to find it's got a very high blade count. From looking down there, I think it's like sort of 10, 12 blades, something like that, which I was quite impressed with. We'll be running that on 4cell. We'll have a go with it, see how it turns out. So I've got a quick question for everybody, and I want everybody to, there's going to be a couple of questions in this video. I want everybody to watch through the video and help me out here and answer the questions. I'm not going to keep this Scorpion in this scheme. I'm going to change it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's a generic sport jet. It hasn't got to be scout. It can be Larry. It can be wacky. It can be camoed. I first off thought of a sort of blue, grey, training aggressor sort of camouflage scheme, but not so sure. I think I want this one to be pretty bright. Like I say, I'm not going scale with it. It is a generic fun flyer sport jet that I can just take over the field and chuck and have a good time and a laugh with. I know they are a good flying model, so hopefully if we get through the maiden and I get it trimmed, then we'll be alright. Depending on the power, we have got a backup plan in this really nice Mercury 74mm fan. I might have to do a little bit of boring out. The fan in this is right at the back. It's the only model I've got with the fans right in the back. Most of my fans are sort of central to sort of up here. But this Mercury fan, it doesn't weigh anything at all. Anyway, this Scorpion needs a little bit of cleaning up. I know. Sorry, I nearly mentioned his name, and I won't, because I don't know if he wants to be known. But the chap I got this from, he's a great chap. Thanks, mate, for rescuing my model a while back. He knows what I mean. But he's just had this sitting about, and obviously he wants to see it flown, so we'll fly it like that for the time being. So yeah, that's question number one. What scheme shall I do? It can be anything, guys. Post your ideas. I'll give it a while before I start on it, because I'm just going to fly it like the chap wants, as is. She's a little bit rashed up, but it is literally just rash, normal rash, what I'd expect from my own models being flown off of grass and stuff. So, next question, guys. We lead into it. Our flying buddy Nick with the Trojan grabbed hold of one of these for me yesterday. This is a Lidl chuck glider. Lidl, in case some of you guys in America don't know, Lidl is sort of a basic supermarket. Sell all sorts of bits and bobs. And they had these chucky gliders in stock a little while ago. And the RC community found out they were obviously a very good model to convert to RC for slope soaring. They're very, very cheap, £7.99 or whatever it is, £8. I don't know what that is in dollars, probably about, what, $10 or something like that, $9.50. Like I say, they are designed just to be a chucky glider, just to throw on a field and it glides, or you can sort of adjust the tailplane to make it loop and do bits and bobs. But like I say, I've seen quite a few conversions of these. One of the chaps on the slope, I've seen him flying one about, and they fly really, really nicely. They're very aerobatic, really, really light, and they're quite good for low wind. Obviously, it's not the most quality foam, because it's a cheap glider, but it is durable, it's tough, and that's what you want really on a slope. Now, because these have come back into stock, they're quite widely available. I was considering grabbing a few, because I want to grab one for Dan, the engineer. He's away at the moment, but thought we'd grab one of them for him in case they're not in stock when he comes back. But I'm now considering going and grabbing another one, but with this being a red model. Now, a lot of you have seen that my little girl Bessie has been sort of starting to take a bit of an interest in the flying and coming out with Daddy. And I was just wondering whether it would be an idea to give this one to Bessie and present it to her as her first aeroplane, and then perhaps we can do a little conversion together and perhaps put a little tiny motor on it. I've got a few little tiny motors just to keep it sort of soaring about gently. What do you reckon, guys? Should I do that and do it as a project with her? She likes doing a bit of craft work and making stuff. I wonder if she'd be interested in sitting down with me and fitting the servos and bits to it, and then I can explain to her obviously how everything works, how control surfaces work, and how the wind deflection works, and how it flies, to give her an idea. Just an idea, guys. Let me know what you think down there as well about that. I won't open it until, let's give it a day or so. I won't open it until everyone's commented. So there we go, guys. I'm getting pretty tired. I'm trying to hold on and stay awake for Dave's live stream in a little while. What are we looking at? About half an hour and he'll be on. So keep your eyes out for a maiden with the Scorpion tomorrow. Nick's coming up tomorrow after lunch. He's going to give us a chuck with it, because it's obviously always better to get someone else to throw the model on a maiden. You never know what's going to happen in that time you let go of the model to getting your hand back to the sticks. So anyway, there we go, guys. Hopefully might get a flight out of Phantom tomorrow as well. Been holding off on this. I thought I'd hold back on it, and I won't have any flights during the week until I've sort of, I'm happy with the basic weathering. It might look a bit overdone. Like I say, this unnatural light, you can't see the shading. I mean, I'm looking at the camera and I'm looking at the model, and I can see all the shading around the paddle lines, and the camera's not really picking them up. So hopefully the daylight tomorrow will pick that up. I'm not going to go much further with it. I've got some gear doors to do on it as well, because I don't like the little skinny ollie-os on it. Well, they're not skinny, but I don't like them being bare. So I've got some doors to modify and shape to go on there. Hopefully the ordnance, drop tanks, missiles, that sort of stuff should be here in a week or so. A couple of people mentioned, obviously, beware of the drag once you've got it fitted with ordnance. To be honest with you, I'm probably only going to fly it with the rocket ordnance here, and obviously the tank ordnance is out here and centre line. But I'll leave the carriers pods, I don't know what you want to call them, I can't remember what they're called now, but we won't have the tanks on there, but we'll leave them on there, and we'll just have it with the missiles just to give it a bit of interest to the leading edge. Also ordered some missiles for the wingtips of the Yak 130, so we'll get them made as well and get them on the wingtips of the 130. That should change the silhouette profile of it. Right guys, I will stop rambling on. Thanks for watching, and we will hopefully see you all tomorrow with a flight video or maybe a table video. But yeah guys, let us know what scheme are we going to do and what are we going to do with the Scorpion. Can be military, can be civil, can be wacky, can be anything. I do want to take all your guys' input on that, because a lot of you have shown a lot of interest in the channel, you know, and I feel sort of the channel is a part of all of you guys. So just let us know what you all fancy with that, and we will discuss that when it comes around to it. And what shall we do with the Chucky glider? Shall we give it to Bessie, or shall we just convert it for slope? I know what you're all going to say, and I'm thinking the same thing, but I'll leave it with you guys. Have a lovely evening, have a lovely day. Cheers guys, peace.